How you guys doing? Eric here. Today is March 18th, 2015, and I was watching some NASA videos earlier this morning, and it was all about how NASA is nothing but one big hoax and a lie. And I know a lot of you people out there don't believe that, but there's no doubt about it, man. It's all been one big fucking lie. For some reason, they just can't tell us the truth. They just point out, fact after fact that they can prove, video images that were faked. They build all these mock-ups under swimming pools. They pretend like they're all just for practice, but they're really filming the real thing down there, man. That's where the spacewalks really happen, is right here on Earth. It's all fake, man. The space station, it just makes you wonder why do they have this fucking strong fucking need to tell us nothing but lies about everything, not just NASA, not just space, but our whole history. It's all just nothing but lies, man. It goes down to every fucking thing. If you look at it, every story they tell us on the news is a lie. It's all, they can't, if they're going to waste time talking about it on the news, they're going to make sure that it supports their agenda. It reminds me, makes me think of the Wizard of Oz, when they get all the way into the wizard's castle and they expose him. The little dog runs up and pulls the curtain back. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. It's exactly what's going on. They were telling us exactly what's going on in the real world, and everything's going on behind the curtain. It just aggravates me, man, that I live in a world that I know I can't believe a fucking word I'm told, And it's just really fucking, I just can't believe how many fucking stupid people out there believe it. And they get pissed off at you for pointing it out, or they, like you're a bad person. You're a bad person for pointing out the truth and denying fucking everything else you're told, because they control the news, they control the newspapers, they control the publishers, they control what our kids learn in their textbooks, and it's all fucking lies from the fucking, it's like it goes back thousands of years. Someone told a lie thousands of years ago, and now there's a fucking whole fucking industry that's been going on ever since to maintain and keep these lies from coming out. And the biggest enemy of that whole endeavor has been the internet, where these fucking assholes cannot control every single thing that we hear and know. That people are allowed to put out their a different view on the world besides what the powers that be want us to believe, like in the Wizard of Oz, the wonderful Wizard of Oz represents the establishment and the powers that be, and Dorothy and her boys represent, the real people of the world traveling through this big maze of fucking deception to face the reality of the wizard and uncover the truth. And then the truth comes out, and they figure it all out, and then she wakes up and it was all a dream. They really was telling us the true story of our world, man. The Wizard of Oz says it all. But no, I'd just like to live in a world where I could believe anything that I'm told. That I could actually turn on the news and not have to look at it with skepticism and, you know, distrust, because I don't believe a fucking word they're saying to me, because I know they're all controlled, you know, and they get on there with their fucking fake smile and nice, and no, you gotta believe us, you know, we wouldn't lie to you, we're the media, why would we lie to you? Look at my great hair, I got a great hairdo, I wouldn't lie to you. Some people would climb the Empire State Building to tell a lie, when it would be a lot easier just to tell the truth on the ground. That's what it's like, man. Some people will go to that much trouble to lie to you. You know, here's a good example of a lie. We fought the Civil War to free the slaves. Bullshit, lie. You know what the truth is? They didn't free the slaves out of the goodness of their hearts. It was in their best economic interest to free the slaves. They turned them from one form of slavery into another. You know, now we're all slaves. You know, if you don't think paying 60% of your money in taxes is not slavery, you know. And there's another big lie, that we live in a free country. Fuck you, we live in a free country. America's the biggest fucking slaves in the world, man. You know, and it's just amazing how most Americans believe that we live in a free country, and that all this terrorism is happening because they hate our freedom. Bullshit, man. You know who hates our freedom? The fucking assholes that are telling us that. Those are the ones that hate our so-called freedom. They're the ones that want us to have no fucking rights whatsoever. The ones that are constantly telling us how we must fear the terrorists. How if we let our guard down for 1 minute, they're gonna nuke us. Iran's gonna get a nuclear bomb and attack Washington, D.C. It's fucking bullshit. There's no such thing as nuclear bombs. Yeah, man, the nuclear hoax is another great example of what I'm talking about, man. You know, from all the shit they talk about nuclear bombs, how deadly they are, and how horrible the fallout is, and how the fallout lasts for hundreds of thousands of years. You know, it's like all the bombs that they blew up here in the United States, we'd still be suffering from the fallout, man. I don't believe it. I think if that was true, we'd all be dead. There's no such thing as nuclear bombs. I don't care what anybody says. I tell you what, man. The day when I see one go off is the day I'll believe in nuclear bombs. They got things much worse than nuclear bombs, I'm afraid, that they don't want us to know about. You know, they told us all about nuclear bombs because it's a lie. They want us to believe that, to be afraid constantly. That's why they got to spend all this money on defense. That's why they have to keep all these military secrets from us. Because if they don't, we're all going to get nuked. It's just, it's great, man. It's fucking, you got to be a fucking idiot to believe it. If you really look into it. But it's just like most of the lies that they proliferate in the United States, man. Like, it goes so deep and it is so ingrained into our culture that to doubt it is on the verge of insanity. You know, if you don't believe in nuclear bombs, it's like not believing in the Holocaust, or which I don't, or, you know, not believing that the sky is blue, or, you know, it's all fucking bullshit, man. Like the Wizard of Oz. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. You know, it's just amazing to me how many millions and billions and cajillions of dollars they spend to perpetrate these fucking lies, to keep us, I don't know why. Well, it's obvious why, so that a few people can stay in control, and they control everything, and they don't. And the only way they do it is by continuing to lie to us and stealing from us, and making us believe that global warming's our fault. There's another fucking lie. Global warming, climate change, goes on and on and on and on and on. Everything. The war on drugs, the whole reason for the war on drugs, all fucking lies. People lived on this planet for hundreds of thousands of years, ingesting whatever substances they wanted to. It wasn't this huge problem like they've made it in this country. The only reason why drugs are such a big fucking problem in the United States is because of the way they're treated. They make them scarce, for one, so that they're expensive and hard to get, and illegal, for two. So where once you become hooked on them, you become a criminal. And just not true, man. So that's just another fucking lie that they've told us to demonize the people. And the fact is, I think if there was no such thing as the war on drugs, it wouldn't be a big fucking deal. Yeah, true. Some people would become drug addicts and kill themselves, but the majority of us wouldn't. But the way our government treats it is just fucking creates criminals, creates a problem out of nothing. And that's what they do best. I think that's a big part of all the lies, is just to create problems where nothing exists. Problem, reaction, solution. And it's just insane. Once humans start creating laws and governments, we end up where we are today. I guess that's what it really boils down to, is that nothing works. No government will ever work. Humans are just inherently fucked up, man. They start controlling each other, and it just gets out of control, and eventually we all end up destroying each other. But the fact about the freeing of the slaves is modern technology really made the old slave paradigm obsolete. But they were coming out with new machinery, and they knew it, that the slave would become obsolete anyways. So they made this big fucking deal about it and pretended like they fought a whole war over it, even though the war was really all about economics and power. What we're taught in school is that it was all about freeing the slaves, which is bullshit.